We've got a pair of 1997 Nike Air Worm NDestrukts, worn by Dennis Rodman in his second championship win in 1997 with the Chicago Bulls. Hey, let's waste no time and take a look at these in closer detail and talk about the history behind them. Let's do it. So I posted the Instagram reel for these about 2 months ago, 9 weeks ago, as I'm looking at the post now, and a lot of the comments were saying that these were pulled off of the shelves in 96 at the request of Rodman. That is why we don't see them in many people's hands. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments and tell me more about the history behind these. So now that we know a little bit more about these shoes, let's go ahead and take them apart and really see what's underneath these crumbled midsoles. And these got no midsole. They really don't have a midsole. It is all crumbled away. So let's go ahead, get these uppers prepped. Let's remove all this old midsole remnants from the sole. And then after we got all that done, we'll take a look at what donors we're using for this project. So I'm here working on the soles, and I'm thinking to myself, the last pair I worked on for this client was a white pair of the NDestrukts, like I said, and we used the donor soles, and here I am prepping the original soles to them, and I'm like, I wonder if he wants to use the donor soles instead of the OG soles, and I messaged him, sent him a video, and he told me the donor soles as well, please. So we're going to make that happen for him. What I'm going to be doing for the donors is just taking off the uppers. We're going to leave the soles and midsoles intact. So I'm not going to be using my donor separating oven. We're just going to be pouring acetone in the uppers. That's going to remove them for me and leave me with the soles and midsoles. So let's clean all of this up. Before we do this, let's prep the uppers and then we'll get into the donors. Okay, so we've got our desk all cleaned up. It's the next day. After I cut the video, I had to put some glue on shoes. I cleaned up the desk, went to put glue on shoes. I'm sitting there applying glue, and my hands start shaking. I start feeling like a little dizzy, and I had to just shut it down. I went outside, got some fresh air. I went to the store, got some fruit. And I realized that I should probably get a better ventilation setup, a better mask. So I ordered a new mask, a new ventilation setup, things to help keep my room chemical free, because those fumes from the glue can be really, really strong. So now that we've got the desk cleaned up, like I said, we can go in and start skiving, which means using our X-Acto knife to shave off the excess old glue on the uppers before we take them into the Dremel kit. You always want to skive before you Dremel, because if you just Dremel first, all you're going to be doing is rubbing in all that old glue into itself. It's not going to take it off. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll move on to the donors. Okay, so just like that, we've got one shoe prepped, as you guys can see, before and after. All that old glue is gone, and now these are ready to go in the Dremel box and be prepped. But before I do that, I'm going to do this one, then we'll head over there and take apart the donors after. And all that's left pretty much is the glue once we get the donors prepped, and that's bond them back together. That's it. I don't have to do any repainting. Donors, as you guys saw earlier, are black, so it's pretty straightforward from here on out. Drop a comment if you've made it to this point in the video. Say Restorekicks, I made it. I don't know, let me know, but let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, so I'm currently outside with the donors and acetone. The reason I came outside is because the acetone fumes get pretty strong. Want to keep it out of my room as much as possible, but I've taken the insoles out. We got the laces out. All I'm going to do is pour acetone into each shoe. I'm going to hang out around here because it's not going to take too long for these to start to separate, considering how used and old they are. Even though they're from 2017, I know they're going to come apart pretty fast. So let's go ahead, pour that acetone in these, wait like 5 to 10 minutes, and start to pull them apart. Also too, I'm going to swoosh the acetone around in the shoe just so it covers all parts, and then we'll let them sit. Okay, so it hasn't even been that long. These are all ready to starting to come apart. I'm going to dump out the remaining acetone, and then we're going to take these apart. Alright, we dumped all the acetone out. Watch how easy these just come apart. As I assumed they would. And that was literally 5 minutes. That wasn't even 10 minutes of acetone. So you don't really want to let it sit too long, but you want to be careful, because it pulls up like that, and you don't want it sitting for too long, or else it'll deform the midsole. Let's take apart this one. Alright, so now that we got the soles all prepped up, all that acetone is removed, we're going to go ahead and take our heat gun, along with some acetone and cotton balls, and remove all that old dried factory glue. And just like that, you guys can see the clear before and after, the sheer on this one compared to the matte look on this one. Alright, now that we're at our glue station, we go ahead, take the uppers that we've already prepped, and we're going to be using Barge Super Stick Cement. I apply it using this bottle. It's called a glue bot. So many people ask me, hey, what do you use to store your glue? How do you keep the consistency so fresh? I just use this. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon. It's a great investment. So let's waste no time here. I'm going to be applying the glue with a flat paintbrush. You can also find these on Amazon. I should probably put together an Amazon list now that I'm thinking about it. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want, to have like all my products and stuff I use in one list. That way I can share it with you guys and you guys can purchase it all in one place. Appreciate you guys. If you've made it to this point in the video, be sure to drop a like, if you're enjoying the content. It's really raw, just straight up me to you content, what I'm doing. I'm not trying to make it fancy right now or overdo it. With the YouTube, I want to make it very straightforward. I want to show you guys the raw process, because I feel like that level of transparency goes a long way. And I just can't wait to see where this is going to take me. I'm really determined about what I do. I love what I do. I love dealing with all of you guys, whether you're a supporter, a client, a hater. Regardless, I love it all. So let's continue this project and finish these shoes. Okay, so we've got the glue on the soles, or sorry, on the uppers. Now it's time for the soles and midsoles. We've got everything prepped up, ready to go. We're gonna apply our coat, let it cure, come back to it, bond these together, man. Let's do it. Alright, so we've got the glue cured. It is bonding time now. As you can see, we've got the upper, we've got the sole. I just got off Instagram Live and reglued one already. Now, I want to show you guys specifically in detail this upper Nike check right here at the toe. We're going to paint that red for the client. I was on live and he did request that. Along with these 3 stripes right here are supposed to be white. Let's go ahead and reglue this pair together. And after that, we're going to do our final cleanups, paint touch-ups, and wrap these up. Take a look at them. Let's do it. All right, so the shoes have cured. The glue is cured overnight. Everything's bonded back together. Very minimal touch-ups to none. Just had to go over it, make sure everything was bonded together properly. Now we've got to do the minor details. Let's clean up the uppers a little bit, apply some mink oil, and take a look at the final results, the final before and afters. Let's do it. So, wow, these really did come out amazing. The uppers, the lighting made them look a little faded. I promise they're not as faded as they look. And I did clean them up without damaging them any further. I didn't want them to bleed. But just look at these before and afters. A little recap. We broke them down completely, removed all that old crumbled midsole. Then we took our donors, separated those, prepped them using our Dremel tool, and then applied our glue, let it cure, and bonded everything back together. As you see, I did do touch-ups to the ankle area, those 3 white stripes, and then the front Nike check was painted red. Overall, these came out amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And as always, until next time.